What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Konquer Fit Podcast. I am your host, Chad Kratz. This is my co-host, Mr. Jeff Brandt. You guys may have noticed we've been a little MIA lately. We have been hard at work for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you a little bit longer for yourself, right? Several of us came in there at the end. Get you over the finish line.
Yeah, kind of trickled into the finish line there, if we can call it trickling. I mean, it was a downpour, maybe waterfall, possibly.
Yep.
So, guys, you might have noticed we've changed venues. We are here at what we have so lovingly named Konquer Fit 2.0. Even though it's still Konquer Fit, but it's the second iteration. And so today what we wanted to kind of talk about is why we've been gone. So you guys might know that I also moved my home this past month as well, and then a week later we moved the gym. In that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which would have been the end of March, beginning of April, I spent about 30 hours here that weekend trying to get everything ready and kind of just running into problems. One after the other, which goes hand in hand with business. It's just kind of a thing. Luckily, I've had a good tribe around me, including this gentleman that has joined me for this podcast for 11 episodes now, 12 episodes.
No, this is 12.
And so, when you have a good backing, it's easy to get kind of back in the swing of things. But we did want to jump on here and kind of just let you guys know what was going on. We haven't left. We're not giving up the podcast. We just kind of hit some bumps in the road and have had trouble finding time, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked before about you have to make time for yourselves and time for your workouts and whatnot. And literally, since we shot the last episode where we did the first Konquer Fit 2.0, it's like you said, it's been nonstop.
Yeah.
If you weren't moving, I was visiting, father-in-law in hospitals, things going on there. And then, like Chad mentioned, it's the whole gym move, right? So there's just a lot of moving pieces, and it's hard to just sit down and be like, all right, can we knock out 30 minutes, 45 minutes? Or could we get the gym into a spot where you feel comfortable having clientele back in here? It's like, it's not free to have a second location, right?
It is not free, especially when you're still paying rent on the first location.
Yeah. So you know what? The podcast is something that we are passionate about, but let's get you to a point where people are actually coming in here utilizing the facility and start spreading the word so get more clientele in, right? More members.
Absolutely.
So,
and right now, so if people are watching us right now, we're in the front desk, we're in the lobby.
Yep.
So this is the back area that you guys are seeing now. What you wouldn't see in front of us is the front door where people would enter, and then the entryway to the actual gym facility itself.
Mm-hmm.
But the perks to this is it's bigger.
Yeah.
So as the Step Brothers quote would go, we have so much more room for activities. I'm gonna go do karate in the garage. But the goal going forward is we're going to be able to offer so much more. As we've discussed, I would like to get another trainer or two in here. Right now it's 2 male trainers. I'd love to get a good female trainer in here that's just killing it. The space itself being double the size, I've been able to spread things out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, you don't feel you're inhibited or crunched in with everybody else, which I think is nice.
It's definitely nice, but it's been a change, right? And, change is good.
Change is good.
It is different, though, because, like, if you're at one of the squat racks and you're doing something and you're having a conversation, you can't just be in the middle of your set. You actually have to turn around, and I'm getting more steps in, so I do appreciate that.
I am getting more steps in. I think I'm at like 12,000 a day now, so at a bare minimum.
Kind of cool because before it's like it wasn't small. It was, like you said, boutique-y, right? So
it was personal.
But now it just seems weird, right? But it's a good weird because it's like, man, I forgot what it's like to be in a gym that's larger than what you were in for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, the old gym was 1,305 square feet. It's a weird square footage. We're in 2,220 now. So, I mean, roughly double with another access to another 1,500 if I so choose.
Yep.
Which woefully expands the gym that much more. and then looking forward, we still have a shower room that we want to build. We want to be able to offer a shower.
Use the name I wanted to use for it, but that's okay.
We're not doing a prison shower, bro. It's very shivvy.
Down dirty, save money.
It's very shivvy.
No, but all joking aside, I remember when you opened up, Konquer Fit 1.0, and one of the things you talked about is losing a couple of members because you didn't offer that shower, right? And it was only a couple members up front, but now that's kind of the cool thing. I don't work out in the morning yet, but having the option to shower in the morning definitely changes even my schedule.
It's a game changer.
So I think one thing that people are definitely going to look forward to is getting that shower up and going. And as Chad mentioned, his space is there. There just needs to be a little bit of work done in there. And, I definitely, as long as he's willing, I'm going to help him with that and get that knocked out because I will definitely use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sneaky
shit, I will probably fucking use it. I'm here all day.
So, along those lines, we didn't really have anything specific for this podcast. We just really want to talk about his new space, whatnot. But I'm going to grill him a little bit, right? Because that's what I do.
Son of a bitch.
That's something I enjoy, putting him on the spot. So, what was your square footage in the other gym?
1305.
What are you at now?
2220.
2220, right? So, and you heard him mention that there's the potential for another 1,500?
Yes.
Another 1,500 square feet, depending,
So that puts us 35-ish, 100, somewhere around there.
So, I mean, there's a lot of room for activities, like you said. So, how are you going to try to get your memberships up? What are you thinking that is going to help drive that?
Well, a lot of that I think is just continuing to carry the message forward as we have in the past. A lot of my clientele have come here by word of mouth and word of mouth alone, or Google. For some reason, I get a lot of clients from Google for some reason. Probably because I answer the phone so quickly.
Yeah.
They message me and I message them back fairly quickly, within an hour. And apparently a lot of other trainers don't do that. They really lag on that time. I just jump on it. But yeah, trying to get more involved in the community, I think, is a big one. I've tried to branch out and do some health fairs and some things like that, which takes me away from the facility for a whole day of training my actual current clientele a lot of the time. And just kind of being more out there, I think as long as the message is getting conveyed, I think that will bring more people in the doors. Mm-hmm. I don't think a lot of people know about the messaging that I have here because I don't really go the main line of what traditional fitness is concentrated on here, especially in the Quad Cities, which is, crash dieting, killing yourself in the gym and PRs and all that kind of stuff. I don't really care about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I care more about the health and the longevity, and I think that message needs to be carried forward. I need to reach back out to some other contacts that I had in the PT world, getting some, post-rehab clients booted back up. I got a lot of clients coming back for re-ing up. Yeah. They've been gone for a little bit due to, whatever reason, but be it surgical, medical, or sickness, or, just life kind of got in the way. Some of them are coming back now. So I got to kind of pre-plan for that. But I think getting more of I have my members that pub things, but I need a staff that does that as well. Yeah. So getting more people in here that can spread the message secondarily through me to people that they know because they're part of the facility and because they're passionate about it as well. I think that's going to be huge as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's other moves that are coming here that are going to help with that as well, right? So you've got other things at work that you're going to trial here that I think will also open up that avenue to other people, right?
Yeah.
Look at some of the things that the bigger gyms in the area offer, and you're going to kind of dig into that a little bit. One that I'm going to just speak of is you're going to look at offering a child watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If you can't, tap into the market of stay-at-home moms or, your wife, stay-at-home mom.
Yep.
If there's really nowhere for the youngest kid to hang out for a little bit, then there's no avenue for that person to come and be involved. So yeah, branching out into that I think will be huge, to get into that market a little bit more, to kind of bring that different side of clientele in here. Mm-hmm. And again, the goal is obviously to keep it as a one-on-one or group training facility. It's not, I mean, I don't want to do classes. I don't want to do...
Don't mind the automated light there, folks. That's
sorry about that. They're timed. Yep. We're working it out.
So, gotta save money.
But yeah, getting into, different markets as far as that's concerned. But obviously, I'm to the point now where I've continued to grow this company, starting with a personal training company, now on my second brick and mortar. I've grown it to a point where I have to start involving other people.
Yep.
I've done a lot by myself, but I just had a birthday as well in between all the chaos.
Older.
And 1 year away from 40, and I'm trying to use the age is wisdom kind of thing. Like, maybe I should be learning something by now.
How's that working?
Not great. But no, I'm trying to be better at utilizing the people around me and not just thinking that I have to take everything on my own shoulders and solely do that. Because to be quite honest, that leads me to vast burnout. And when I'm burnt out, I just don't do well.
Well, I think you should give yourself a little bit of credit there, because I think with this location, you did do that, right? With the different...
Quite a bit.
Yeah, with the HVAC, with, the cameras. Yeah, you're still doing a lot of the work, right? But you're reaching out to more people and you're allowing them to do things, right? So even myself, for example, with some of the work that I've done for you here, right? And that's what you do for your friends, people, don't forget that. Like, it wasn't, hey, Jeff, I want it exactly like this. It needs to be like that. It's like, hey, man, I need your help. I'll let you do it. I just need your help.
Yeah.
Just figure out
what's the easiest way to get it done, man.
Which, I wasn't there for the other, when you opened up the other location. I was maybe one of the first non-training members to come in there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there for, all the stress, the sweat of doing all of it, where I was for this. And so, that you did with the help of one other friend for a couple of hours here and there.
The other facility?
Yeah, otherwise it was...
mostly my wife, actually.
So it was the two of you for 99.9% of it?
Probably 75% of it was me and her. Okay. Steven still helped out a lot there. He, that dude, you give him the leeway, man, and he'll fucking figure it out. Like, he was a lifesaver here. He was a lifesaver at the first facility, as were you, because, again, I'm very familiar with the things that I'm familiar with, but the things that are outside of my wheelhouse, I have to learn to be better to go to the people that know that stuff. And
and I think you definitely did more of that this move, and that's just from talking to you about the last one, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't physically there. I came in after the fact.
Yeah, man, the last one was hectic. I think, we jokingly said it today that, we probably almost killed ourselves at least 7 times.
A minimum.
I'd say the other gym, the amount of hours I spent by myself there when, Steven and my wife were at work, or, I had time during the day. I mean, I probably almost killed myself double that, just trying to put shit together by myself that's lopsided and heavy, and I'm balancing it on my shoulder, trying to tighten a bolt, So no, I've definitely done more of that, and I'd honestly say it does help. But just looking forward to the other avenues of aspects of business that I don't understand fully.
Yeah.
I'm looking at potentially growing in the facets of maybe taking on a partner. I don't know what that entails yet. I'm still researching a lot of stuff as far as that's concerned. And whatever that looks like, honestly, I'd love to get somebody in here that knows really the business side more than I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm decent at it. I've grown a business double every year I've been in business.
Pretty good.
But there's still stuff I don't know that I think if I could tap into it, that would take us to the next level.
Yeah, if you'd have someone that's a mentor, right, and help you down that path, because what you know is what you know, and what you're great at is, the fitness side.
Yeah.
Now, you can't argue that you haven't had results on the business side, right? You've had results.
Yeah. No.
If you had a mentor that could help take you over that next hill,
who knows, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Sky's the limit, man.
If I could bridge the hump, and again, a lot of the time, I tell you guys this a lot, right now the business relies on me. Mm-hmm. If I'm gone, the business doesn't make any money.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to take vacations or take time off or, do things outside of those gym hours or inside of those gym hours, I should say, because if I don't make anything. And if I don't produce anything and I don't make any money, I can't stay open. I can't help anybody. I can't do anything.
It's counterproductive.
It's that cycle of life, it kind of all cyclically goes together.
So you're in a unique location, right?
Yes.
A lot of your members, they've all been here now. This used to be an old garage.
Lyle's.
Yep, Lyle's Auto Mechanic. So, there's definitely some challenges with converting this into. Could you convert this into just a regular old gym space? Absolutely, but that's not what Konquer Fit is, right?
No.
Konquer Fit's always been sold as that it's more personal. And I don't want to say like it's upscale because that makes it sound like it's bougie.
More higher end.
But
not your garage gutter gym, not your, garage CrossFit box gym. More high end, more to elevate a better experience for the clientele.
And I think you did a great job with your vision that you had for this place. And at some point we'll do a video tour of the gym, but people really need to go check out your Instagram page, your Facebook page, because the night and day difference from when we started on the 29th to when you opened on the 1st, it's spectacular. I think just the vision that you put in place has been fantastic, right? People wouldn't realize.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
They wouldn't realize the amount of work and the work is the work, but the vision to be all right. Because I came over here with you to look at this place at first, and from that first time you looked at it in the middle of January, you're like, dude, this is my spot.
Yeah.
And me being a mechanic on the side, I'm like, yeah, we're working on cars now. Is that what we're doing? Because that's what this is.
Is that what we're doing?
And you're like, no, dude, this is Konquer. This is the next home of Konquer Fit. So, you should be proud of it because it looks amazing out there, right?
Yeah.
So you're in a unique location and you've got some unique neighbors, right?
Yeah.
You've got two guys upstairs. Across the way, you've got the window tint guys, and you've also got car detailers. And I can remember when they opened up last year, they did kind of like a grand opening for those three businesses
together. Yeah.
Have you thought about welcoming to the family type of opening for yourself, or something to just get the community more involved to show, hey, this is where I'm at now?
Yeah.
To put you on the spot.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yes, I have thought about that. Obviously, there's still some work to be done. Obviously, if you looked at the building right now, you wouldn't even know that Konquer Fit was here.
Yep.
Right. So a lot of that is getting the branding engaged, getting the name sign up on the building, getting the name on the doors and the phone numbers and the websites and all that kind of stuff. And then really making sure that the floor out there is really put together and completed. I'm kind of that person. I don't like to bring people in on an incomplete project. And to me, there's still just that little bit that's incomplete.
Yeah.
And I would really like to unveil it when it's done so they see the true vision.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would love to do something. I've met a couple of the guys. Obviously, one of the guys is our landlord here. Mm-hmm. And I've chopped it up with them a little bit, young guys, and I appreciate their energy, and hopefully we'll get them in here too, and get them recognizing some fitness goals.
Those on your desk.
Juan, AJ, we ain't gonna say no names or nothing. Sean, but if we get those guys in here, definitely I would like to do something bigger. And even I was joking with one of the clients as she left, maybe this summer we do a gym cookout right out front here and just kind of introduce everybody to Konquer Fit in a real way and bring forth that thing that I think we've been missing, which is community.
Yep.
We know the community. We have the community locked down, but I don't think other people have the community locked down. So
I would agree.
That's where I see that going, at least.
Cool. I mean, once again, it is a unique location, but I think it presents you with a lot of unique opportunities, right? Talking about, once you have more of a finished product, being able to do an open house, you have your own parking lot.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have anybody bitching about parking anymore.
Yeah. And even outside of that, you talk about doing a cookout and whatnot. It's just nice to be, you can open the garage doors, send somebody outside to do walking lunges. If I see those in my program, you and I are going to fight.
That's cool. Just, now that we're fighting, I'm just going to make them uphill.
No, I mean, like, the joke around here is how much I hate leg day, right? But literally, there's just a lot more opportunity to do different types of exercises with the equipment you have in the space that you have. So, it's just kind of cool, because I've even seen some things thrown into my program now where I'm like, we wouldn't have done that at the other location.
No.
Right? So it just opens it up to a whole nother level. And I think your clients appreciate that. I know I appreciate that because of what I've gone through and the different things that I'm trying to do now. It's like, all right, it's not just squats. It's not just this. It's, hey, no, you are going to take some dumbbells. You're going to go do walking lunges up a hill, even if they're 5-pound dumbbells, right? So, like, it's definitely cool, man.
Well, thank you. And I think the thing that with that, too, like, I try to be as brutally honest with you guys as I can be. Like, that I have struggles, too. That, like, every day is not perfect. And I have stress and I have frustrations, and how do I mediate those things with everything that I have going on? So I try to reiterate those things to you guys too, so that it honestly kicks back to your life, to where when you're frustrated at work or home or whatever's happening, hopefully like you guys think of me and it's like, yeah, I'm brutally honest, guys, like, it's not every day is pretty. Like, some days suck. Yeah. And I just kind of move through the day as needed, and I think that's one thing that has changed quite a bit in my behavior over the last decade, going and transitioning from my early 30s into my 40s, that I'm just kind of taking the ride as it is and not trying to get overly stressed. Like, because I'm that dude, man. Like, I can remember in my 20s, man, I had problems with that, and anger, and getting too stressed out and just not knowing how to handle it and handling it the wrong way. Now, I don't hide that stuff from you guys. Like, what do I look like if I'm in here preaching that you can still push through everything and get through everything? You just got to do it if I can't do it myself.
Yeah, you're preaching perfection, which is impossible.
Right? So, hey guys, I'm happy every day. Nothing ever phases me.
Yeah, okay, no. Mr. Rogers.
Nothing. It's everything phases you, but you've got to adapt and move around it. And I think we've already been in this facility 2 weeks, and we've already had some members get hit hard.
Yeah, definitely.
With some things. And, I think we've all kind of learned that we do have our tribe, and we all have each other's back in some way, shape, or form. It might not be every second of every day. It might not be in every moment, but it's in the moments that count.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say, a little bit off topic, is that's what has established this from other gyms that I have been at. And like, I've been doing this for 20 years now. And I would say this is the first gym where I have that tribe. And like, the one thing I wake up every day at 4 o'clock, right? 4 a.m.
Same.
I get ready for work. Now, the difference is you come in here to get your workout and then start training people. I get ready for work. I go to work early.
Yep.
Right? The one thing that stopped me from coming in here and working out early is that I've got, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I've got gym moms in here, right? Mm-hmm. I've got Jody, Kelly, and Elisa. And there's a couple other folks in here. I won't shout everybody out by name, so don't be disappointed if I don't call you out. But like, there's just that tribe that I've grown used to seeing in the afternoon. It's like, man, if I go work out in the morning,
I'm gonna miss all that.
I'm like, they're great individuals, and I can't tell you how much they mean to me as not only friends, but as a gym community, right?
Yeah.
So that has been the nice thing about Konquer Fit, is it's a close-knit community. And I think, trying to get more people in here, if you're struggling with that, it's only going to help you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're struggling with anything fitness-wise, I think having that global community around you is always helpful, because there's always somebody here that's been through something that's similar to somebody else and can help them along that road as well.
And you have such a wide range of members here, right? Like, you've got members as young as, or you did as young as 15, 16, right? They'll start out probably again in the summertime after sports and whatnot, all the way up to 73, and they are tough as nails.
Yeah.
Right? So like you said, you're not going to be able to, oh, I've had this done and think you're special. We're all special, but there's somebody in here that
who's done it already.
They will relate, So that's just kind of cool.
Yeah, no, and I think that's going to be the growth period, man. I think it's going to be really cool to see where this develops and where it goes. So even though I'm stressed to the max, and I don't tend to show it a lot, but I am. But in that same facet, man, I'm really trying to moderate my own stress and really be thankful for not only the move, the expansion, the this, the that, but the people that are surrounding me and that have helped me. And that goes all the way to every client I've ever had. You know, I've one-on-one trained easily, 60, 70 clients at this point in time. So for me, and expanding beyond that into classes, I've probably coached well over 1,000 people in classes.
Yeah.
So it's the people that still come around after all that time, and some people come and go, and that happens with training. It's the ebbs and flows of training. But I mean, I have diehards that have literally, since I started Konquer Fit as a personal training business, have not left.
Yeah. Shout out to
simply, and even if it's simply for the fact of maybe they just want to support me, and I appreciate that more than anything. But I tell people all the time, yes, a lot of the time a trainer's not meant to be forever, but sometimes people just don't want to plan their own workouts. They just want to be told what to do, and that's what works for them. And I don't think that we as trainers focus in on that enough. It's let me train you for 3 months and then you're gone. See you later. I've had clients for 5 years now that have never left. So I take pride in the fact that I have people that stick around. And even if they're just sticking around just because they want to hang out with me. I mean, if that's not the quintessential you pay to hang around your friends, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
But, I think as we wrap up here, obviously the new facility is up and moving. We got some work to do. We're working on that and working on the growth. But I think the other thing that we haven't mentioned since we've been gone and since we've been so sporadic these last several weeks is that you have news.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, don't bullshit me. Don't give me that shit. So I'm going to interject since Mr. Humble Pie fucking over here. So Mr. Jeff Brand is now fully released to do whatever, and it comes with its ups and downs. There's some things in there that aren't 100% perfect.
Yeah.
But we are able to exercise. We're able to start moving some weights.
Yeah.
Monday we moved back up to 135 on the bench press, which went well.
Yeah, so things aren't perfect, but you know what? I'm not going to dwell on what's not perfect. I'm gonna look at what I can do.
Let's move forward.
So I'm not at risk of hurting myself any further currently. So decided to make the decision that we're going to start trying to move a little bit more weight controllably. Right?
Controllably.
So Monday, I've been benching about 95 pounds has been my max on a barbell. Just to comfort, work on the motion, work on the tempo, things along those lines, right?
Yep.
And so Monday we pushed a little bit of weight. Isn't a lot, but I can tell you what, if you were bench pressing 500 pounds right next to me after I got done bench pressing 135 pounds for 8 reps, and I wasn't gassed, I left several in the tank, I was just working on form and tempo, I would have got up and probably smacked a kid and been like, I'm the toughest guy in the gym right now, because I was that excited.
You were king of the hill at that moment. So absolutely.
Things are going well. There's definitely a little bit of soreness in the neck and upper back, but as I continue to move, get some blood flowing and get some strength back. So I'm not going to be a negative Nancy. I'm excited that I can start moving in a direction.
Well, we've got some atrophy we've got to work on that happened over the last several months, and that's probably where the pain is coming from, right?
Absolutely.
So no, we're moving the needle along, and we just got to get you dialed back in, and we'll see where that goes. So, guys, if you're interested in anything to do with Konquer Fit, that being just following us or sharing, liking, anything that we do, you can find me on Instagram. The link will be below, but it's at Konquer Fit QC. You guys can always check out the website, konquerfit.com. All programs and everything is available there. Or if you just want to reach out to me for anything, you can always just hit that consult button and send me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, guys, we're going to try to get back on track. I promise you, with this damn podcast. But we're going to come at you guys with some good topics. And again, with the goal of keeping you guys healthy for the average guy, gal that's just trying to keep it together in this crazy world that we live in. So guys, we appreciate you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you for sticking with us. We hope to give you guys more great content. So like, share, subscribe, and we'll keep you guys in mind for future podcasts. Yeah. And that being said, guys, have a good night and
just don't suck.
Damn right.